Welcome to a Dual Digest podcast where two friends dive deep into the topics that matter.
From technology and AI to science, history, and global trends, we break down complex ideas and make them easy to understand.
Whether you're here for insights, entertainment, or just some good conversation, we've got you covered.
Just remember, stay curious, question everything, and keep exploring the world around you. And remember, every great conversation starts with a curious mind. Let's explore together.
Make sure to follow and subscribe.
Okay, so getting rich,
Yeah,
it's something everyone wants to figure out, especially these days, right?
sure.
So we're going to be diving deep into this idea with, wisdom from
Yeah.
Naval Ravikant.
Yes.
He's an entrepreneur and investor, you know him.
Yeah.
And, we got this YouTube video, How to Get Rich. I mean,
Right.
it's a bold title.
It is.
So we're going to unpack that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's extract some actionable gold.
He's got such a unique perspective. I think, he really challenges us to think differently
Yeah.
about what wealth even means.
Yeah.
He goes beyond the superficial stuff. Like, it's not just about the fancy cars and the big houses.
Right.
He gets to the heart of it.
Yeah.
And I think that one of the most powerful things he says is, and I love this quote, wealth is assets that earn while you sleep. It's not just about having a pile of money,
Yeah.
right? It's about having things that work for you,
Yeah.
that generate more, even when you're not actively working.
Yeah, it's like you're planting a tree,
Yes.
a money tree,
Exactly.
and then it just keeps giving you fruit.
Yes.
It's fascinating to me how this connects to compound interest.
Yeah.
Like Einstein called it the eighth wonder of the world,
He did.
and for good reason.
Yeah, for good reason. It's that snowball effect, Your wealth just keeps growing exponentially.
It just keeps building on itself.
Yeah.
So think about like a rental property.
Mm.
While you're out living your life, that property is generating income, passively building your wealth,
Okay.
or investing in a company that's developing like groundbreaking technology, right?
Mhm.
As that company grows, your investment grows,
Yeah.
even if you're not actively involved in its day-to-day operations.
So it's not just about money, though, right?
No, it's not.
It's about the freedom,
Exactly.
the security.
Yeah,
security
Yeah,
that comes with having those assets just working for you
exactly.
in the background.
It's peace of mind. Yeah.
Knowing you're financially secure,
Mm.
the ability to pursue your passions, spend more time with loved ones.
Right.
Now, Naval also makes this really important distinction between wealth and status. Right?
Yeah.
He argues that status is a zero-sum game. Like one person's gain is another person's loss.
Yeah, it's like that old saying, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. It's all about comparison, competition,
Yeah,
which can be exhausting.
it can be.
It's never really fulfilling.
It's never enough.
Yeah.
But wealth creation,
Yeah.
that's different.
Okay,
That's positive sum. Like, everyone can potentially benefit. Right.
So how so?
So, for instance, think about housing.
Okay.
If more people have access to affordable housing, that doesn't mean someone else is losing their house, right?
Right.
It actually creates opportunities for everyone involved, the builders, the homeowners, and the community as a whole.
Gotcha.
So, everyone's winning in that scenario.
Okay, so now
Yeah.
Naval also talks about luck, right?
He does.
And the role it plays
Yes.
in wealth creation.
He breaks it down into 4 types. Blind luck, luck from hustle, luck from preparation,
Okay.
and luck from unique character.
I like that he breaks it down.
Yeah.
Because it shows us like how we can impact
Oh,
our own luck.
Exactly right.
Okay.
Because we might not be able to control blind luck,
Yeah.
like winning the lottery, right?
Right.
But we could definitely increase our odds of encountering the other 3.
Okay. So let's go through each one.
Yeah, let's do it.
So luck from hustle.
Okay, so that's all about putting yourself out there, right?
Yeah.
Making connections, creating opportunities, increasing your surface area of luck.
Okay.
The more you try, the more likely you are to stumble upon something great.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
So it's almost like you're increasing the likelihood that you'll get lucky.
exactly.
Got it.
By putting yourself out there,
Yeah.
by taking action.
Okay, cool.
And then there's luck from preparation.
Okay.
This is where your skills and knowledge come into play, right?
Right.
So if you've been diligently honing your craft,
Yeah.
when opportunity knocks,
You'll be ready.
you're ready to answer.
It's like that Wayne Gretzky quote, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take,
Love that quote.
but you also increase your chances of scoring if
Yeah.
you've been practicing.
Absolutely.
Right.
It's about being prepared.
Yeah.
So that when luck comes your way,
Yeah.
you can capitalize on it.
You're not fumbling?
Exactly.
yes.
You're ready to seize the moment.
Okay, so what about luck from unique character?
This is a good one.
Yeah.
This is about building a reputation for integrity, right?
Mm.
Hard work, trustworthiness. Like, people are naturally drawn to those
Right.
with strong character.
Yeah.
And those relationships can often lead to unexpected opportunities.
Yeah, so it's not just what you know, it's also who you are.
Exactly. It's about who you are. And this is where that quote,
Yeah.
extreme people get extreme results, comes in, right?
Okay, yeah.
It's about being bold, taking risks, pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone.
So, okay, we redefined wealth. We
Yes.
explored these different types of luck,
Yeah.
but let's get practical here.
All right.
How do we actually build
Yeah,
this wealth that Naval's talking about?
right.
He makes it clear that just trading time for money isn't going to get you there.
No, he's very clear about that.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
I mean, he's right.
Yeah.
You need to own equity. That's where the real potential for wealth creation lies.
So that means, okay, for entrepreneurs starting a business,
Yes.
owning a piece of something,
Mhm.
but for the rest of us
Right.
who aren't entrepreneurs,
Yeah.
how do we apply that?
Well, it's about finding ways to participate in the upside of value creation, even if you're working within a larger organization.
Okay.
So that could mean negotiating for stock options,
Mm-hmm.
investing in real estate,
Mhm.
or even create and monetizing your own intellectual property.
So there are ways, even if you're not
There are always ways.
building a business,
Yeah,
you can still benefit.
from that growth.
Yeah, okay.
And it's important to remember that owning equity isn't just about financial gain, right?
Right.
It's about having a stake in something that you believe in, something that aligns with your values. And that's where Naval's concept of specific knowledge comes in.
Okay, yeah.
He argues that
Yeah.
to build real wealth, you need to develop a unique understanding of something you're passionate about.
I love how he uses his own story for this.
Yes, me too.
He wanted to be a scientist,
Yeah,
but
but he realized his true calling was in business.
yeah.
And even his own mother, she recognized his entrepreneurial spirit
Yeah.
early on.
Isn't that interesting?
It is.
That
Like,
is-
she just saw it in him,
Yeah.
that he was meant for something different.
Yeah.
So it's a great reminder that our specific knowledge often lies at the intersection
Yeah.
of our skills, interests, and experiences.
So like what comes natural to you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
What do you find yourself
Yeah.
geeking out about?
Yeah.
What problems are you uniquely equipped to solve?
So it's about finding those strengths.
Yeah.
And then figuring out how to leverage them to create value.
Absolutely.
And you know what? That ties into Naval's point about accountability.
It does.
He says that putting your name on your work can build wealth.
Mm-hmm.
It's about taking ownership
Yes.
and building a personal brand.
Think about people like
Yeah.
Oprah Winfrey or Elon Musk.
Okay, yeah.
They've built empires, right?
Yeah.
By putting their unique stamp on their work, by being accountable
Right.
for their successes and failures.
But accountability can be kind of scary.
Oh, it can be terrifying.
Right.
Yeah.
What if things don't work out?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Accountability means embracing
Yeah.
both the triumphs and the setbacks.
So it's both sides of the coin.
It is.
Okay.
It's about owning your mistakes, learning from them, using them as fuel
Mm-hmm.
for future growth.
Okay, and that brings us to another key concept, leverage.
Yes.
Naval argues that to truly amplify your efforts, you need to master different types of leverage.
He breaks it down into 4 types: labor, capital, code, and media.
I like how he breaks it down, yeah.
Yeah.
And so he really sees these as tools to multiply your impact.
And he's particularly enthusiastic about the potential of code and media in today's digital age.
Yeah, well, we live in a different world now
We do.
than even 10 years ago.
Absolutely.
It's amazing.
It is.
Like, you can build a website, you can reach millions of people
Incredible.
without having to be in a million places at once.
Exactly.
It's really the power of leverage.
That's the power of leverage.
But, you know, as Naval cautions, leverage without good judgment can be disastrous.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like giving a toddler a chainsaw.
It is.
Right. Like, it's a powerful tool,
It's a powerful tool
but in the wrong hands.
in the wrong hand.
It can cause a lot of damage.
A lot of damage.
And he uses the example of Warren Buffett to illustrate this.
He does.
Like, it's not just about having access to capital.
Right.
It's about knowing how to,
How to deploy it wisely.
making smart decisions.
Under pressure.
Yeah, so it's like balancing boldness with wisdom,
Yes.
taking calculated risks, and constantly working on those
Yes.
decision-making skills.
And that leads us to another crucial aspect of wealth creation.
Yeah.
Working hard
Yeah.
and valuing your time.
Yeah.
Naval suggests setting a high personal hourly rate.
Yeah, I like that.
Right.
I like that idea.
As a way to prioritize your
Yeah.
efforts and avoid wasting time.
Right, so you're understanding your worth,
There
and
you
then
go.
you're saying no to things that don't.
To the things that don't move the needle.
Right, it's about identifying those high-impact activities.
Yes.
That actually generate results.
And ruthlessly eliminating the rest.
It's interesting how this ties back to the Pareto principle.
Absolutely.
The 80-20 rule.
The 80-20 rule.
Right.
Yes.
There 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts.
Exactly.
But you got to figure out what that 20% is.
Figure out that 20%.
And focus.
You can focus your energy there.
Yeah, and this is where Naval's advice on minimizing meetings and focusing on asynchronous communication comes in.
Yes. Love that.
It's about streamlining your workflow.
Yeah. Maximizing your productive hours.
So it's about being intentional with your time,
Mm-hmm.
right? Not just letting the day run you.
Yes, exactly.
And then Naval stresses this
Yeah.
idea of playing the long game.
He does.
He says, become the best in the world at what you do.
Powerful statement.
Yeah, and it's not about
Yeah.
achieving overnight success, right?
No.
It's a journey.
It's a journey.
It's a commitment.
It's a commitment to excellence.
Yeah. I love how he connects this to the idea of working with long-term people.
Oh, me too.
It's about building relationships based on trust,
Yes.
shared values,
It's a commitment
and a commitment
to creating
positive
some outcomes.
outcomes.
He even says in a long-term game, it seems like everyone is making each other rich.
It's not a cutthroat competition.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's a collaborative effort.
It's like that saying, a rising tide lifts all boats.
I love that.
Right. Like, when you focus on building something truly valuable, you create opportunities,
Yeah.
not just for yourself,
Exactly.
but for everyone.
for everyone involved. That's
And-
the beauty of it.
Yeah, and that long-term approach also requires continuous learning.
Absolutely.
And Naval has a pretty unconventional view of education.
He does.
He encourages focusing on foundational principles
Yeah.
instead of chasing the latest trends.
So it's not about accumulating random bits of information.
Right.
It's about understanding the underlying frameworks
Right, the fundamental.
that drive success in any field.
Yeah. And he's also a huge advocate for reading widely.
Oh, he loves reading.
And deeply.
Yes.
He even says, read what you love until you love to read.
Such a great quote.
It's so true.
It is.
Because when you find something you genuinely enjoy, learning becomes a joy.
It does. It's
Not a
good.
chore.
Exactly.
But, reading is only part of it.
right.
Right. He emphasizes doing
He does.
as a form of accelerated learning.
So it's about putting knowledge into practice. Right.
yeah.
Experimenting, iterating, and learning from those experiences.
Yeah. So it's about actually taking action.
Yes. Taking action is key.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Naval's advice is sound.
Mm-hmm.
Why doesn't everyone become wealthy?
Right. That's the question.
Yeah. What are some of those
Yeah.
common pitfalls?
Yeah. What are some of the stumbling blocks people encounter?
Yeah.
Well, one common misconception is around this idea of specific knowledge.
Yeah.
Right. Some people think it means becoming an expert in something
Okay.
obscure or niche.
So not like collecting vintage thimbles.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
Unless, of course, you can figure out a way to, productize that passion
Right. Yeah.
and create a thriving business around it.
Yeah.
But specific knowledge
Yeah.
is about understanding the fundamentals of a field and then applying your unique skills and perspective to create value.
Okay. So it's about finding that sweet spot where your passions and expertise
Yes.
intercept with a real market need.
Exactly.
What are some other pitfalls?
Another potential trap is misunderstanding accountability.
Okay.
Some people think it's only about taking credit
When things go well.
when things go well. Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's just as much about owning your mistakes
And learning from them.
and learning from them. Absolutely.
So it's taking
Right.
full responsibility.
Full responsibility for your actions, both good and bad.
Okay. And then the role of luck.
Right. There's a tendency to overestimate the role of luck.
Okay.
while luck does play a part,
Yeah.
focusing on building your skills, your judgment, your character, that can significantly tilt the odds in your favor.
Okay, so it's about taking control of your destiny.
Not waiting.
Yes.
Not passively waiting for good fortune
Yeah.
to strike.
You know, one thing that stood out to me was
Yeah.
Naval's emphasis on avoiding people who got rich quickly.
Interesting.
It's almost like he's saying,
Yeah.
don't chase shortcuts, you know,
Right.
or try to replicate
Mm-hmm.
someone else's path.
He's emphasizing the importance of building your own unique foundation.
Yeah, and it's about understanding those principles,
Exactly.
right? Not just mimicking the tactics.
Not just mimicking the tactics.
And you know what? This connects to another point he makes.
Yeah?
About the importance of forming your own point of view.
He does.
He encourages us to think for ourselves.
Yes.
Which can be so hard.
It can be so hard.
Yeah. In today's world,
It can.
where there's so much information.
Right. Information overload.
Yeah, information overload.
It's crucial to be discerning, to be critical,
Yeah.
to be willing to question conventional wisdom.
He even says that you should reject most advice,
He does say that.
but listen to and read enough to know what to reject.
And what to accept.
So it's about developing your own internal compass, your own framework for evaluating information.
Yes.
This has been so
Yeah.
eye-opening.
It's not just about wealth.
No, it's not.
It's about living a fulfilling and meaningful life.
And that's what makes
Yeah.
Naval's perspective so refreshing.
I think so too.
He acknowledges that money can solve many problems, but true happiness comes from cultivating your health, your mental well-being,
Yeah, your relationship.
your relationship.
Those are the things that matter.
Yeah, and he even suggests that money is ultimately about freedom.
Yes.
The freedom
from
to do what you want when you want.
Exactly.
I love that idea.
It's a powerful motivator.
Yeah, and it ties back to that idea of building assets that earn while you sleep.
Yes, it does.
So when you have that financial freedom,
Mhm.
you can pursue your passions, spend time with loved ones.
You can make a positive
Make
impact
a positive impact.
on the world.
Now, one question that comes to mind
Yeah.
is if making money is truly a function of your identity, as Naval says,
Yeah.
what does that say
Oh, that's a good question.
about the identities of the world's wealthiest people?
That's a provocative question.
Yeah.
It suggests that their identities are likely aligned with the principles we've been discussing.
Yeah.
A relentless pursuit of specific knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
a willingness to take ownership,
Yeah.
be accountable,
A mastery of leverage.
an ability to make sound judgments under pressure.
So it's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy, right?
It is, in a way.
The more you cultivate those qualities, the
Yeah.
more you become the type of person
The kind of person who attracts wealth.
who attracts wealth and success.
It's a fascinating concept to ponder.
I think that's a great place to pause
Yeah.
for now.
Okay.
We've covered a lot,
We have.
but there's still
Yeah.
so much more to explore
Absolutely.
in Naval's insights.
Yes.
So join us for part 2,
I can't wait.
where we'll delve even deeper into his thoughts on productizing yourself
Yes.
and building a life of true wealth and meaning.
I'm excited. All right. See you there.
See you there. Welcome back.
All right. So in the last part, we talked about some pretty big ideas. Redefining wealth, understanding luck, owning equity,
Right.
leveraging specific knowledge.
That's a lot to unpack.
Yeah. But how do we put all of this into practice?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
And this is where Naval's concept of productizing yourself comes in.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what is that?
It's about taking your unique skills and passions.
And packaging them in a way
Yeah.
that creates value for others.
So it's not just about being good at something.
No.
It's about turning that skill into a product or service
Exactly.
that people will pay for.
Yeah. And that's where the real magic happens.
Okay, so
Yeah.
give me an example.
All right. Think about those online courses that have become so popular.
Okay.
People are packaging their expertise
Wow.
in everything from photography
Yeah.
to coding to cooking
Okay.
and sharing it with the world
So they're literally creating a product
Yes.
out of their
out of their knowledge,
knowledge.
their skills,
Oh, okay.
their experience.
I like that.
And the beauty of it is you can do it on your own terms.
Right. So you,
You create your own schedule,
yeah.
set your own prices, reach a global audience.
So it's like you're building your own little empire.
It is. It's very empowering.
Yeah.
But it's not just about online courses, is it?
No.
This concept can apply to so many different fields and industries.
Okay, so like what?
All right. Think about a talented chef who opens their own restaurant.
Okay.
They're productizing their culinary skills
Right.
and creating an experience that people are willing to pay for.
Or like a writer who...
Exactly. A gifted writer who publishes a book
Yeah.
or launches a successful blog.
Okay, yeah.
They're packaging their words and
yeah.
ideas.
In a way that people
But
want
It
to.
resonates with readers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be something tangible either.
Right. It can also be about offering a service
Okay.
that leverages your specific knowledge.
So like what kind of service?
Well, think about a financial advisor
Okay.
who helps people manage their investments,
Okay.
or a therapist who provides guidance and support
Yeah.
to those struggling with mental health challenges
So they're essentially packaging their
Yes.
knowledge and expertise
and using it
to make a positive impact.
to help others. Exactly.
And it's interesting to me how this idea of productizing yourself ties back to accountability.
It does.
Right.
Because you're
putting your name on it.
Yeah, you're saying,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
is me.
This is my work.
Yeah.
This is what I stand for.
For creation.
And that builds a reputation, right?
Okay.
For quality, reliability, value.
And that reputation then becomes an asset.
It becomes a very valuable asset
Yeah.
in and of itself.
It's like you're building a personal brand.
Exactly. You become known for something specific,
Yeah.
something that sets you apart
Okay.
from the crowd.
But this whole thing about productizing yourself
Yeah.
sounds kind of daunting.
It can be.
Right.
Yeah.
Where do you even begin?
That's a great question. And it's where that concept of
Yeah.
specific knowledge
Mhm.
becomes so crucial.
Okay.
So Naval encourages us to really think about
Yeah.
what are we uniquely good at?
Okay.
What problems can we solve?
Yeah.
What value can we offer
Okay.
to the world?
Yeah. So it's about finding that niche.
Yeah. Where your passions and your expertise
Align with
align with a market need.
a real market need. Exactly.
But how do you know if people will actually pay for
Right.
what you're offering?
That's where testing and experimentation come in.
Okay, so like,
Yeah.
what does that look like?
Well, you start small.
Okay.
You get feedback from your target audience,
Mm-hmm.
and you iterate based on what you learn.
So it's like that.
It's like the lean startup methodology, right?
Yeah.
You build a minimum viable product,
Yeah.
get it in front of customers,
Okay.
and then refine it based on their feedback.
And you're not afraid to fail along the way.
Absolutely not. Failure is just a stepping stone to success.
So it's all part of the process.
It's all part of the process, yeah.
Okay, but what if you're still trying to figure out
Yeah.
what your specific knowledge is?
Right. What if you're feeling lost?
Yeah, like you don't know where to start.
Well, that's a common feeling, and it's where Naval's emphasis on continuous learning comes in. He encourages us to be lifelong learners,
Right.
constantly expanding our knowledge and skills.
So it's not just about formal education.
No, not at all.
Right, or traditional.
It's about being curious,
Yeah.
exploring different interests,
Right.
seeking out new experiences.
And he's a huge advocate for reading.
He loves reading.
Right.
He believes that books
Yeah.
are a portal to different worlds,
Okay.
different perspectives, different ways of thinking.
And he says, read what you love
Yes,
until you love to read.
such a great quote.
Yeah.
Because it's about finding those subjects that spark your curiosity
Okay.
and then diving deep.
Yeah.
But it's not just about passive consumption either.
Right. It's about
Yeah,
actively engaging with the material.
exactly. Taking notes, highlighting key passages.
Making connections.
Yeah, connecting the dots.
Like reading can only take you so far, right?
Right.
At some point, you got to take action.
You have to, yeah.
Put that knowledge into practice.
And that's where Naval's emphasis on doing comes in.
Okay.
He believes that the best way to learn
Yeah.
is by actually doing the thing you want to be good at.
So if you want to be a writer,
Right, exactly.
if you want to be a programmer, code,
Yeah.
entrepreneur, start a business.
Start a business, exactly.
So it's about learning from experience.
It is. It's about getting your hands dirty and making mistakes.
Because mistakes are inevitable, right?
They are, and they're valuable learning opportunities.
It's like that old saying, you learn more from failure than from success.
Absolutely. It's those stumbles and setbacks that teach us resilience, resourcefulness.
Yeah, adaptability.
Exactly. You learn to adapt.
But this whole idea of continuous learning,
Yeah.
experimentation, can be overwhelming.
It can be.
Right. There's so much pressure
There is.
to constantly be learning and growing and achieving.
And that's where Naval's emphasis on mindfulness
Okay.
and self-awareness comes in.
So it's not just about blindly following the latest trends.
No, it's about tuning into your own inner compass
Okay.
listening to your intuition, and making choices
Right. Choices that feel right for you.
that align with your values and aspirations.
And this leads us to another important aspect
Yes.
of wealth creation.
It is.
Building strong relationships
Yes.
with long-term people.
I love this concept.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's about surrounding yourself with people who share your values, support your ambitions,
Yeah.
challenge you to grow.
And these relationships, they're not just about networking.
Right.
Right.
Or transactional exchanges.
No, they're about building genuine connections
Based on
trust,
yeah.
mutual respect.
And that commitment to creating something meaningful together.
Exactly.
So it's like finding your tribe.
It is finding your tribe, your community
Yeah.
of like-minded individual.
Who inspire you.
Yeah.
Motivate you.
And hold you accountable.
Yeah. And those relationships can be so valuable,
They can.
both personally and professionally.
Absolutely. They provide support, encouragement, and often they open doors to new opportunities.
It's like that African proverb.
I love that one.
If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together.
So true.
Right. Wealth creation is best shared.
It's a collaborative effort.
Yeah.
It's a journey best shared.
Okay, so we've been talking about mindset, the actions.
Yeah.
What about the emotional side of things?
Oh, that's important too.
Right. What about the fears and the doubts and the insecurities?
The things that hold us back.
Yeah.
Well, Naval acknowledges that the pursuit of wealth
Yeah.
can be stressful,
Right.
even isolating at times.
So it's not all sunshine and roses.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
He emphasizes the importance of a healthy work-life balance.
Okay, so
Yeah.
having that balance.
Prioritizing self-care, nurturing strong relationships
Yeah.
outside of work.
So it's not just about grinding all the time.
No, you need to find those moments of joy,
Yeah.
connection, rejuvenation
Yeah.
that sustain us on the journey.
And he reminds us that true happiness comes from within.
It does.
Right. It's not something you can buy.
Well,
It's a state of mind.
it is.
So before we wrap up this part,
Okay.
I want to go back to that idea of good judgment.
Yes. Good judgment.
Because it's so crucial, especially when it comes to leveraging your efforts.
Making those smart decisions
Yeah.
about how you spend your time, money, and energy.
But how do we develop good judgment?
Right. Is it something we're born with?
Yeah.
Or can we cultivate it over time?
Yeah. Was a bit of both, actually.
Okay, so explain that to me.
Some people, they just seem to have a natural knack for making sound judgments.
Okay.
But for most of us,
Yeah.
it's a skill that you hone
Okay.
through experience,
Yeah.
reflection, and a willingness to learn from your mistakes. So it's not about being perfect
No.
or always making the right decision.
No, not at all.
It's about
Yeah.
developing a process for evaluating options, weighing outcomes,
Yeah.
making choices that are in line with your
Yes.
long-term goals.
It's about making informed decisions.
And that process
Yeah.
often involves a combination of intuition
Yes.
and analysis.
Intuition and analysis. That's right.
Right.
You can gather data. You can weigh the pros and cons.
Yeah.
But ultimately,
Yeah.
there's often a gut feeling
Okay.
that guides that final decision.
It's like they say, trust your gut,
Yes.
but verify.
I love that.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can use your intuition as a starting point,
Mm-hmm.
but then back it up with logic
Exactly. Yeah.
and careful consideration.
And that's where experience comes in, right?
Yeah.
The more decisions we make,
Yeah.
the more feedback we receive,
Right.
the more we learn
Yeah.
about what works,
Yeah.
what doesn't.
It's like learning to ride a bike.
It is.
Right. At
Yeah.
first you're wobbly, you're unsure,
Mhm.
but with practice,
You develop a sense of balance.
you get better.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You gain confidence.
And so just like riding a bike,
Mm-hmm.
developing good judgment involves some
Yeah. Some bumps and bruises,
mistakes.
along the way.
Right.
Yeah.
But those mistakes,
They're valuable.
yeah, they're valuable.
They're learning opportunities.
We're earning opportunities.
It's about embracing those setbacks
Yeah.
as part of the process,
Oh, hey, so
analyzing what went wrong,
yeah.
and adjusting your approach.
So good judgment isn't just about making the right decisions.
No, it's about having a process for learning and growing from your experiences.
Okay, so when it comes to making judgments,
Yeah.
especially in the realm of wealth creation,
Mm-hmm.
are there any common pitfalls?
Oh, there are a few.
Okay.
One common trap is letting emotions cloud your judgment.
So like,
Well, you might get caught up in the excitement of a new opportunity
okay.
or the fear of missing out,
Yeah.
and you make impulsive decisions
Okay.
that you later regret.
It's like buyer's remorse.
Exactly. It's like buyer's remorse.
You get swept up in the moment, and then later you're like,
yeah.
why did I buy this?
Did I really need that?
Yeah.
Exactly.
What else? What are some other pitfalls?
Another pitfall is relying too heavily
Okay.
on the opinions of others.
Yeah.
You might seek advice from
Yeah.
well-meaning friends and family,
Right.
but ultimately,
Yeah.
you need to trust your own intuition
Okay.
and make choices that feel right for you.
It's like trying to fit into a pair of shoes.
Yes.
They're the wrong size.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
a great analogy.
You know, they might look good on somebody else, but
But they're not going to be comfortable for you.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
need to find your own fit,
Okay.
your own path.
What's the last pitfall?
The last one is analysis paralysis. You get so caught up
Yeah.
in gathering information,
Okay.
weighing options, analyzing,
Yeah.
that you never actually make a decision.
It's like standing at a crossroads,
It is.
staring at all the different paths, but never taking a step.
You're frozen.
Yeah.
You're stuck.
So you need to find that balance
You do.
between gathering information, but also trusting your gut
Trusting your gut.
to take action.
Taking action is key.
Now, Naval points out that true wealth
Yes.
is about so much more than just money.
Absolutely. It's about a holistic view of wealth.
Right. It's about health, happiness, meaningful relationships.
Those are the things that truly matter.
Yeah. He reminds us that money is a tool.
It is a
Well-
tool that can be used for good or for ill.
So the real question is...
Yeah, what will we do
What will we do?
with the wealth we accumulate?
This has been such an incredible...
I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, through Naval's insights.
Me too.
We've uncovered so many...
Valuable nuggets of wisdom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
About wealth creation, but about life in general.
absolutely.
And to you, the listener,
Yes.
I hope this deep dive has sparked some new ideas and inspired you to think differently
Yeah.
about wealth creation.
Remember, it's not just about money.
Yeah.
It's about who you are,
The value you create.
the value you create.
The impact you have on the world.
And if Naval's wisdom has resonated with you,
Yeah.
take action.
Start building.
Start building those assets that earn while you sleep.
Cultivate your specific knowledge.
Yes. Leverage your unique strengths.
Make a positive difference.
And never stop learning, growing, and evolving.
Yeah, the journey to true wealth.
It's a lifelong adventure.
Yeah, filled with challenges and opportunities, setbacks and triumphs.
Embrace it all.
Keep striving to become the best version of yourself.
Well said.
Until next time,
Yes.
keep seeking knowledge.
Keep challenging assumptions.
And keep diving deep.
Make sure to follow and subscribe.